So, when I actually think back on my aunt, I vividly remember that she was, so jolly, so happy all the time, just the life of our family gatherings. And then all of a sudden, and of course, at this time, I'm 7 years old. Um, all of a sudden, she wasn't the life of the party anymore. She wasn't jolly. She wasn't happy. She wasn't smiling. And we were kind of told, to be mindful and don't be jumping all over her like we were actually used to doing. And come to find out that she was dealing with cancer. At 7 years old, I had no idea what cancer meant. So when I think of my aunt and what I would call was fabulous about her, I remember when we threw a celebration for her. And before the celebration, like I say, she had not smiled in quite some time. But at the celebration, she smiled. And it did so much for me because I said, you know what? She's going to be okay. Everything's going to be all right. And to me, that was just fabulous. Of course, I've heard about fabulous all my life, but the thing is, what is it all about fabulous at 40? Okay, so let's unpack fabulousness at 40. And when I think about fabulousness, even at any age, but in general, um, it's not a look. It's not a fashion statement. Fabulousness to me is a knowing that comes from within you as you have uh, trekked through the different seasons of life. And by the time, we're 40, of course, we've all gone through different things. But I feel like at 40, sometimes because we have cared for others so much, we get to a place that we forget that we need self-care. We forget that whatever we have experienced that was not so good is not the sum total of who we are. It's not over. And I'm a minister, so every now and then, I want to bring in the word of the Lord. And Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 11 reminds us that he makes everything beautiful in his time. And so what is our part in waiting for him to make things beautiful in his time? We've got to know that fabulous is on the way. Fabulous is in me already. I just have to wait for the perfect timing when he will let me know, no matter what I've been through, no matter what I've experienced, no matter how challenging, fabulous is my destiny. So let me leave you with these words as it relates to fabulousness. When I was younger, I thought fabulous was about what clothes I wear, jewelry, the outer appearance. But now that I'm over 40 and I've been through some things, I've trekked through some challenges, there is no fabulousness without faith.